Oh, hello. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Jack.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good evening to you.
Thanks. How are you today?
I'm fine. It's hot here, but my tomatoes that I'm growing in my garden are getting ripe, but I'm a little discouraged because the animals are getting to my tomatoes before I do.
That sounds so sad.
Yeah, we have squirrels, and the squirrels will come. A tomato will be getting ripe. It'll be, it's supposed to be red, but it gets a little bit red, kind of orange, and the squirrel will come and eat half of it.
I'm so sorry to hear.
And birds and chipmunks and all kinds of animals are wanting to eat my tomatoes. But I'm sure I'll get some. Okay, I'm gonna share a document with you. Let me put it in chat. Okay, I'm putting a link to the first document that we're going to talk about today. It's called Casual English. We're going to be talking about how people really talk. And the handout, it's in chat. If you go to chat and download that document from that link, the document looks like this. Let me see if I can make it bigger. So everybody should go get this document, go to chat. Oh, and thank you for turning your cameras on. That's wonderful. If everyone would turn your cameras on, that would be great. So today we're not going to be talking about formal English. We're not going to talk about textbook English. We're going to be talking about how people talk casually, not formally, but casually. So this would be like how I would talk to my family or how I would talk to my friends, just so that you can hear how people in the United States talk when they are with friends or family. All right. Did you get the handout? Did you go to chat and get the link? Everybody? Everybody go
Yes,
to
I did.
You got it? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, everybody, if you're coming to class, please turn your cameras on so we can see you. That'll be a much better class when we can see each other. Okay, let me see how many people we have in class. We have 18 right now. Everybody turn your cameras on, please. Okay, turn your cameras on, please. That way we can see each other and it's like having a real class almost. So did you eat dinner yet? Did you eat dinner, everybody?
Not yet this time.
Not yet? Okay. All right. Well, we will have class for about an hour and then we'll take a short break and then we'll finish in the second hour. And it is 7 o'clock at night in Hue, where you are. For me, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. And you can see out my window that it's morning here. Everything is green. There is a hurricane that's coming towards Florida right now. So we have interesting weather. Okay, everybody, I'm going to give you just a minute. Go to chat and click on that link and download the handout for today. We're going to talk about casual English, how people talk in casual situations where you're talking to your friends or family. So all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read these out loud and I'll say each one twice. And you can say it to yourself or you can say it in class if you want to ask any questions. All you have to do is unmute and say, hey, Jack, I have a question. So you're welcome to talk at any time. You're always welcome to talk or ask questions anytime. All right, so I'll say each one twice and you can say it after me to practice. And some of these things, the spelling is just, it's the way I choose to spell it. This is not formal, so you won't find these, some of these words you won't find in the dictionary, okay? But you have this handout now, so you can see, you can have some fun with some of this, you know, because this is the way we talk when we are relaxing. Okay, so this is not a definitive list. There are lots and lots and lots of ways to say hello. I'm just gonna say a few. Okay. By the way, not all Americans speak all of these words. Some people in some parts of the United States don't say things like this, and some people do. But I'm going to give you, since I'm a native speaker from Atlanta, Georgia, and I'll just tell you the way I see it. So I didn't get these from any textbook. I just use what I hear in my own conversations. Okay, so let's talk about this word hello, all the different ways to say hello. All right, I'll say each one 2 times. Hey, hey, yo, yo, what's up? What's up? Sup? Sup? What's happening, man? What's happening, man? What it is? What it is? Okay, that's not correct grammar. It's just what we say sometimes, what it is. Okay. Here are some ways to say goodbye. We're going to talk about that now. See ya. See ya. Later. Later. Later, man. Later, man. Later, dude. Later, dude. Adios. Adios. I know this is Spanish, but we use it in English, okay? I got a jet. I got a jet. I got a motor. I got a motor. Okay, ways to say thank you. Thanks. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks a bunch. Thanks a bunch. Thanks a million. Thanks a million. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. You're the best. You're the best. You rock. You rock. Okay, now some ways to say you are welcome. No problem. No problem. No prob. No prob. No problemo. No problemo. We borrowed that from Spanish too, okay? Forget about it. Forget about it. Now, some people in the United States, there's a famous movie where they use this word a lot, and it's just the way you pronounce it, and it means the same. This means the same as this. Oh shoot, am I not sharing? I'm not sharing. Dadgummit, I'm sorry everybody. I meant to share. Okay. Okay, so this is pronounced differently by some people, and it sounds like this. Forget about it. Forget about it. Okay, we're saying you're welcome. Sure. Sure. Sure thing. Sure thing. Don't mention it. Don't mention it. No worries, man. No worries, man. My pleasure. My pleasure. Anytime. Anytime. Happy to do it. Happy to do it. You bet. You bet. Now that doesn't mean literally bet. It just means you're welcome. You bet. Okay. No sweat. Yeah, no sweat. Okay. Those are all ways to say you're welcome. Okay. In casual English. Okay, let's talk about different ways to say yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree, Bob. Yes, sirree, Bob. Show enough. Show enough. You can also use that as a question. If somebody says something that's kind of surprising, um, like it's going to snow today, show enough, then you can answer, show enough, to mean yes. It means sure enough, but we don't say sure enough, we say show enough. Okay. Another way to say yes, deed it is. Deed it is. It means indeed it is, but we say deed it is. That's affirmative. That's affirmative. We get this from military talk, the way people talk in the military. That's affirmative, it means yes. Okay. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. That's an emphatic yes. Heck yeah. Now let's talk about ways to say no. Nope. Nope. No. No. Negatory. Negatory. No siree. No siree. Nah. Nah. Heck no. Heck no. No way. No way. Okay. Let's talk about ways to say, do you remember? We say, does that ring a bell? It means, do you remember? Does that ring a bell? Or you can say, does that ring any bells? Does that ring any bells? Like, for example, if I said, um, if I said, um, hey, I was thinking about uh, last year this time. Does that ring any bells? It means, do you remember something that happened before? Okay. Now, ways to say, no, I don't remember. Nah, no clue. Nah, no clue. I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue. I'm clueless. I'm clueless. Okay, now if you say clueless about somebody else, that's an insult. You can say, or it means that somebody doesn't understand something. So if you say, hey, that person sitting next to you is clueless. That means that person sitting next to you doesn't understand what's going on. Okay. No. Can you jog my memory? No. Can you jog my memory? Meaning, can you help me remember something? Another way to say I don't remember is I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't the foggiest. I haven't the foggiest idea, or just I haven't the foggiest. Okay, when you make a mistake and you have to admit that you made a mistake, you can say, I screwed up. I screwed up. I messed up. I messed up. I goofed. I goofed. I blew it. I blew it. My bad. My bad. Okay, you're not going to find these in a textbook because they're not in a textbook. Okay, if you want to tell somebody to calm down, you can say, relax, man. Relax, man. By the way, you can say man to a woman. It's okay. You can still say, relax, man. Okay. Chill out. Chill out. Lighten up. Lighten up. Anybody have any questions so far? Anybody have questions? You can unmute and talk anytime you want. Anybody have any questions so far? Okay, now we're going to talk about ways to say that something is very good. Okay, excellent. Excellent. Excelente. Excelente. We borrow words from other languages a lot. Cool. Cool. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, this is only really young people or people like my sons are 32 years old. So in that generation of a younger generation, your generation, people will say, sick, sick, man. Like that drummer is sick, or that soccer player is sick, man. And it means he's very good or she's very good. Okay. Now, this is the latest word for very good, and it's used by young people. Lit. Lit. That music is lit, man. Okay. That's very modern English for very good. Okay. Young people use that. That's the bomb. That's the bomb. It means very good. It's the bomb. Okay. You can say, she nailed it. In other words, she did something very well, very good. She nailed it. Or you can say, he killed it. He killed it, meaning he did something very good, very well, had perfect success, okay? So like in the Olympics, you know, the gymnasts who do flips and things like that, you could say she nailed it, or you can say he killed it. It means they had perfect success. Excuse me. Okay, now let's talk about bad. When you're saying that something is bad, you can say, that stinks. That stinks. Okay, when something stinks, it means it smells bad, okay? But this is not literally about smell. This is about something just being bad. You can say, oh, you can't go to the party? That stinks, okay? That's rotten. That's rotten. That's lame. That's lame. Your parents won't let you go? That's lame. Okay. Uh, that sucks. Okay. This is okay to say now. It used to be that some people thought that was not polite, but now everybody uses it everywhere. That sucks. Okay. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. That's this word is from my generation, from the 60s. Okay. That's crummy. That's crummy. Okay. If something is extraordinary and unexpected, oh, is somebody trying to put something in chat? Because I can't see chat when I'm sharing. Yeah, it used to be that that word was bad, but when in the last 20 years, it's become okay. I mean, everybody says it now. It used to be bad. Does that happen in your language in Vietnamese? A word is bad and you can't say it, and your parents say, don't say that word. That has changed in the United States. Now you'll even see it on TV and magazines, and so it's not bad anymore. It's probably not the most polite way to say that something's bad, but um, everybody, please remember that I can't see chat while I'm sharing. So if you want to say something, probably you should unmute and say it. I can see when something comes in chat, but I can't tell what you're writing. Okay, if something is really extraordinary and unexpected, it can be good, it can be bad, it could be neither. Okay, somebody's wanting to chat again. Do those phrases with man, African American vernacular? No. Man is something that we have started using when I was young, when I was in my 20s. Back in the 1960s, people started saying man. Um, I'm not sure exactly where it came from, but it was like hippie language. You guys know hippies? Let me see if I can find. Oh, by the way, we are recording this. I forgot to tell you, but we are recording like we do every class. Let me see if I. Okay, let's see. Okay, now I can share this with you. Okay, so these are pictures of hippies at Woodstock, which was a festival, and it was a festival of peace and love. And you could see that hippies were against the war in Vietnam. So it says love, not war. Okay, so hippies were against the war and protested against the war. And so this is my generation. This is the time when I grew up in the 60s. And so let me stop sharing that now. But anyway, this man comes from hippie language. Let me see. My generation is called, we're called boomers. I'll put it in chat. We're called boomers. And the reason we're called boomers is because after World War II, people in the United States had a lot of babies. Okay, so there was an increase in the number of people in the United States after World War II. And so they called that, I'll put it in chat. They called it the baby boom. And the baby boom was from about 1946 to about 1955, something like that. So after World War II, people had a lot of babies. And so they called that the baby boom. And so they call me boomer. And now that is a mild insult. Like if a young person, like if I'm working in an office with somebody who's 20 years old and they say something that I didn't understand or it's not in my vocabulary. Like if somebody says lit, I'll go, huh? You know, what does that mean? What is lit? And they'll say, okay, boomer. And that means, okay, Jack, you're old. You're a boomer. Okay, so if you call somebody a boomer, you're saying you're old. Okay. So yeah, that's where man comes from. Actually, you know what? It comes from even before that. Uh, it really comes from the 1950s. Um, Hold on just a minute. Well, anyway, I would say that people started saying man in the 1950s. And it's not African American vernacular. Um, it is something that a lot of people say. Um, anyway, I was trying to find something, but I couldn't find it. Okay. All right, well, let me get back to the handout. But that's a good question. Thank you for asking. Okay, if something is extraordinary and unexpected, like if Vietnam won the World Cup soccer championship, you could say, that's crazy, okay? That's crazy. Okay, it could be crazy good. Or if your team is winning a game and all of a sudden in the last minute you lose it, you could say, oh man, that's crazy. Okay, so it could be good or bad or neither. I'm going to stick with good for a while. You could say, that's insane. That's insane. And these words are both pronounced pretty much the same way. That's whack. That's whack. And this is for young people. Young people say this. That's nuts. That's nuts. Okay, so here's an example. You could say, that's whack, man. It means it's extraordinary and unexpected. Okay, how do we talk about money? What do we call money? We call it moolah. You got any moolah? Okay, green. You know, all American paper money is the same color. It's all green. So America is different that way. Most countries have different colors for their bills and different sizes. But American paper money is all green and it's all the same size. So it's very confusing for a lot of people. But we call money green. You got any green on you? You got any green on you? Means, do you have any money on you, with you? Okay. We call money dough. Dough. Just like when you're making bread, you have bread dough, but this kind of dough is money. Okay. And also we call it bread. So we call it dough and we call it bread. So here's an example. You got any bread on you, man? And that is language from my generation. Okay. You got any bread on you? Okay. If you don't have any money, if you want to say I have no money, these are some ways to say it. I'm broke. I'm broke. I'm flat broke. I'm flat broke. I got nothing. I got nothing. I'm clean out of cash. I'm clean out of cash. I don't have a dime. I don't have a dime. Okay, here's a joke. I'm so broke, I can't even pay attention. Does everybody know what that means, to pay attention? Yeah. If you want to say something, be sure to unmute. Okay, so, huh?
means concentrate. Concentrate. Concentrate.
It sounds like you're talking through a pillow. Can you put it in chat so that I can understand?
So she said that pay attention to means concentrate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you, because I didn't understand. Okay, so yes, pay attention means, you know, hey, pay attention to me, look at me, concentrate, okay? So it's a joke to say, I'm so broke, I can't even pay attention. So, you know, if you want to make a joke, you can say that to somebody. All right, now let me share again. Thank you, everybody. Okay, if you want to tell somebody to stop doing something, if you want to tell somebody to stop, like, you know, if somebody is, you know, say, Jack, stop, don't do that. Okay, so you can say, quit, quit, knock it off, knock it off, cut it out, cut it out, give it a rest, give it a rest, hold it, hold it. That's enough. That's enough. Okay, so these all mean stop. You want somebody to stop doing something, you can say any of these things. Okay? So these these don't mean literally knock it off. Knock it off is telling someone stop doing that. Okay? All right. How do you say you, second person plural, in the United States? We have a problem in English because if we say you can mean one person or more than one person. So we have to find new ways to say you, second person plural. One way to do that is to say you all, you all. Now today, most people say this, you guys, you guys. Okay, so today you can use you guys for males and females, for men and women. I have seen a woman say to a group of women, you guys. It used to be that guy, well, guy still means a man. So there's a Broadway show called Guys and Dolls, and it means men and women. Okay, so if you say he's a guy or that's a guy, it means that's a man. But if you want to say you, second person plural, you all, you can say you guys. So women can use it for men and women. Men can use it for men and women. If you have a group of men and women together, you can still say you guys. So like, what do you guys want to do? What do you guys want to eat? Where do you guys want to go? So that's very common in the United States today. You guys. Now, in the South, and I live in the South, the Southern United States, we say y'all. People in the North think that's funny, and they laugh at us, and they think that we are uneducated and stupid when we say the word y'all. but it's in the South, it's fine. You can say that. Now, I know that in Vietnam, you have Northern Vietnamese and Southern Vietnamese and Hue Vietnamese in the middle. So you could probably understand this because people in Ho Chi Minh City talk one way, people in Hanoi talk another way. So in the United States, we can say y'all for second person plural, but only in the South. Don't go to New York City and say y'all. They will laugh at you, okay? But you can come to my hometown in Atlanta and say, what do y'all want to do? It's okay. Now, let's talk about this word dude. This is a very, people use the word dude all the time now. Now, I'm just going to read this to you. Well, actually, hey, Kim Fa, can you read this to us, please, so that I don't have to do all the talking? Could you read that to us? Unmute and read it to us. Somebody, anybody? Will somebody read this to the class, please? Somebody unmute and read this to the class, please. You got to unmute.
Dude, maybe.
Sure. Yeah, please. Somebody, please read this to us. Unmute and read it to us. Come on, I don't want to do all of the talking. Somebody else read this to us. Please, volunteer.
This word in wide use today in US. Its meaning had changed drastically over time. In the past, it was used to refer only to men, but today some people, not all, mostly younger, use for men, women, boys, and girls. It's used to get someone's attention and say that something important. Example, thus, you need to get a new job. Sometimes it's used to get attention when something remarkable has happened, even though you may be speechless.
Thank you. That was great. You did an excellent job. Okay, awesome. That was lit. Okay, so this word is used mostly by people, well, I don't know. I think everybody, well, it's hard to say. It's in very wide use in the United States right now. Not everybody uses it, but most people, especially young people, say dude. Okay, now, actually, dude used to be like cowboy language. But it's not cowboy language anymore. Now, people use it for everybody, and they, all the time. It's like, dude, what were you thinking? Dude, why did you do that? Dude, that was fantastic. Okay. Or, let's say it starts snowing and you go, dude, and you don't even know what to say. Excuse me. But people say that word a lot. So a man can say it to a woman can say it to a man can say it to a woman, a man can say it to a man. It has changed. So people say this all the time. So if you're talking English with somebody, you can start the conversation by saying, dude, okay? Dude, did you do your homework? Dude, can you pass the spoons, please? Okay. You can say, dude, anything. Okay. Now we get to this word, whatever. Now, I think you know what this word means literally. Okay, I can do whatever I want. I can eat whatever I want. I can think whatever I want. It means I can think anything. I can eat anything. Okay, whatever you want. Now, this word has changed in meaning in the last 20 years. So this is your generation's word, okay? Or maybe a little bit older. But let me get somebody to read this for us. So somebody please unmute, volunteer, and read this to us. Please. Somebody volunteer, read. Please, please, please.
Hello, can I read it?
Yes, please.
Whatever. In addition to the conventional dictionary definitions, people say whatever often to express contempt or scorn. Example, we're going to have chicken again for dinner. Whatever. Translation, I'm really sick of chicken and I would rather have something else, but I don't want to get into an argument with you right now. And I'm pronouncing whatever in a way that lets you clearly know about my disappointment. And saying whatever takes almost no effort. For me, you can use whatever to express disappointment or disagreement.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That was wonderful. Okay, so person A says, we're going to have chicken for dinner. We're going to have chicken for dinner. And B goes, whatever. And they kind of roll their eyes, like, oh. Okay, so the way you say it is like, whatever. So this is when you really don't you don't really want to get into an argument, but you want to let somebody know that you disagree or you're disappointed. Okay, so your teacher gives you a whole bunch of homework and you go, oh, whatever. It's a way to say, I don't like that, I'm disappointed, but I accept it. But it's a word, in the United States, it's very common that young girls do not get along with their mother very well. Okay, so the mother says to the daughter, she says, go clean your room. And the daughter goes, whatever. Okay. So it's a way of showing it's really disrespectful. It's disrespectful. And the mother might say, don't say whatever to me. Go clean your room and do it fast. Okay. So it's a mild way of being disrespectful, a mild way. Okay. So it's not really bad, but I don't like it when people say whatever to me. Okay. But anyway, it's a word that is used a lot. And it's used like this, whatever. Okay. Now, I'm coming to a word that's going to be very difficult for me to explain, but I would like to get one of you to read this to us. Will somebody unmute and read this paragraph to us, please? Somebody please unmute. and read? Can I get a volunteer, please? Please, please, please. Will somebody unmute and read this to us, please? Volunteer? Somebody volunteer, please? Anybody? Please help us out.
Kim Pham, can you have the teacher? Kim Pham, the girl in yellow t-shirt. Can you?
Well, why don't you read it?
Like,
Okay.
in addition to the conventional dictionary definitions, like has many other use and meanings today. Recently, people use like instead of the word space, or sex. Example, so he's like, what do you want me to do? And I'm like, you should stop insulting me in front of our friends. Impose sentences like sex, like something has almost no meaning, and if you add a filler word. Example, so like, what are you going to do?
Perfect. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was great. Okay. So it's hard for me to talk about this word because people, especially young people, use the word like really too much. It's like a bad habit. And when people get older and let's say that you graduate from let's say you're going to the university. University students use this word like a lot. And when they get their first job and they're using the word like, it makes them sound really too young. Okay, so they have to kind of stop saying like all the time. So it's like part of growing up. When you're young, you can say like a lot. If two young people are talking for, I don't know, they'll use the word like a lot. And especially they use it to mean say. Okay. Especially when you're telling someone about a conversation you had. And so this is a good example. Okay. So person A says, so he's like, what do you want me to do? And this word like here means said. So he said, but instead you say, so he's like, what do you want me to do? And I'm like, this means, and I said, but you say, I am like, or I'm like, duh, you should stop insulting me in front of our friends. Okay, so in both sentences, the word like means said. Okay. If you're watching American television and you see young people talking and they use the word like, it could mean say, says. By the way to pronounce this word is says. and I'll put it in chat because it's kind of unusual, but I'll put it in chat. It sounds like S-E-Z, says. So I know that it is S-A-Y-S, but the way it's, excuse me, the way it's pronounced is says. Okay, and that's not just regional, that's everywhere in the United States, says. All right, so that this word like is used a lot. Here's where it means, it really doesn't mean anything. So like, what are you gonna do? But people say it, especially young people say it a lot. It's just a filler word. So like, what's for dinner? So like, have you done your homework? You can throw it in just about anywhere at the beginning of a sentence. Okay, now I'm going to talk about new words. This is new vocabulary for gender identity, okay? It's how Americans are talking today, and these changes are even being made in American dictionaries. There's a lot of new definitions for some old words, okay? So today, a lot of Americans talk about preferred pronouns, okay? You know, pronouns are I, you, he, she, it, we, they, y'all, okay? So now people say, well, she identifies as female. So her preferred pronouns are she, her, and hers. If he identifies as a male or a man, he might say, my preferred pronouns are he, him, and his. But some people prefer not to use either one of those. They don't want to say they're a man or a woman. So that's called non-binary. You know, binary means two. So some people say you have to be a man or a woman, but today some people don't want to say that they're a man and they don't want to say they're a woman. And I have met people who prefer their pronouns to be they, them, and theirs. So that's what people use when they are non-binary. They use the pronouns they, them, and theirs. Okay, a transgender person is a person who identifies as being a different gender than the gender they were assigned at birth. Cisgender is a person whose gender identity matches their sex assigned at birth. For example, someone who identifies as a woman and was identified as female at birth is a cisgender woman. Okay. Any questions? I thought it was important that we talk about that because it's in the news in the United States a lot these days. Okay, it's about time for a break, and then we will talk about pronunciation, how people really say things. But let's take a break. Let's see, it is 8:01 your time. Why don't you return at 8:10? So let's take about well, why don't we say 8:12? Okay, return at 8:12. So take take 10-minute break, and I'll see you in 10 minutes. We'll talk about pronunciation. Okay, take a break. Okay, everyone, let's get back together, please. Let's get back together, please. Thank you for turning your cameras on. I appreciate that. Okay, now we're just going to talk about how to pronounce some things that we say every day or that we say often. Okay, the first one I'm going to talk about is I am going to do it. I am going to do it, meaning this is a future use. I am going to means I will. Okay. So one way to say that is I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. When we're talking fast or a little faster, we'd say, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Okay. And then we might say, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Okay, so a lot of times when you're listening to people speak English and they're speaking fast, this is the way they're gonna sound a lot of times. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Okay. Let's talk about, are you going to do it? How would I say that if I'm talking at my normal speed? I'd say, you gonna do it? If I'm asking you if you're going to do it, I'd say, you gonna do it? I might leave off the word are completely and just say, you gonna do it? You gonna do it? Okay, and then what about this one? Let me insert a page break here. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Okay, at normal casual speed, I would say, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? So what are you is what you what you gonna do? Okay, one way to say I don't know is I don't know. I don't know. And then sometimes we don't articulate very well at all. And I just go, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so these are ways that you might hear Americans talking quickly. Okay, if I wanted to say, I would not do that if I were you. That is proper, grammatically correct English. I would not do that if I were you. This is, I don't know if you know this, but if you've studied the subjunctive mood, but that's the subjunctive. But when we are just using casual English, I would say, I wouldn't do that if I was you. I wouldn't do that if I was you. Wouldn't for would not. Do that if I was you. Now, a lot of people, instead of saying were you, they'll say was if I was you, which is not grammatically correct, but it's what people say. So that's what that Z comes from. It comes from people being ungrammatically speaking, not properly grammatically, but we don't speak grammatically properly all the time. So some people would say, if I was you. So that's not correct grammatically, but it's what people say. But that's where you get if I was you. Okay. I wouldn't do that if I was you. Okay. What do you say? Okay. What you say? What you say? What you say? Now, this is, when I say what you say, that's a suggestion. Okay. What you say we get out of here? That is a suggestion from me to you that that we do something together. So you could say what you say in front of any question. What you say we go grab a bowl of pho? What you say we do our homework now? What you say we go home now? Okay. So that's a way to make a suggestion. Okay, what are you up to? Meaning, what are you doing? Okay. What you up to? Okay. Let's say that you walk in the room where your friend is. You might say to your friend, what you up to? And it sounds like one word, what you up to? But really, it's 5 words. What are you up to? Meaning, what are you doing? But in casual English, what you up to? Okay, how is it going? This is very common. First thing you say to somebody. Okay, now I understand that in Vietnam, one of the first things you say to somebody is, did you eat yet? But in the United States, we will say, how's it going? How's it going? Meaning, how are you doing? It's also a way of saying hello. So this is very frequently in American English, the first thing you say. How's it going? How's it going? How is it going is 4 words, but you say it really fast and it sounds like, how's it going? Okay. What is going on? What's going on? What's going on? Okay, so this is normal, casual English. If I want to say, how have you been doing? I would say, how you been? How you been? Okay, you haven't seen your friend for a week. So you say, hey, how's it going? How you been? How you been? Okay. If you want to talk about, if you want to say, hot, isn't it? Okay. You'd say, hot, isn't it? Hot, isn't it? And then this one, I forgot to make it bold, so let me make it bold. If I want to say, let us go eat, that's a suggestion that you and I go eat. I would say, let's go eat. Let's go eat. Let's go eat. And this is kind of funny, but you could say, squeak, squeak. Let us go eat. Squeak. That's really fast, casual English. Okay, if you go to a fast food restaurant and the person at the counter says, what will you have to eat? Or what would you like to eat? People here in the United States, they talk really fast because they work at a lunch counter. Lunch goes really fast. You know, this is the same thing in Vietnam. People talk really fast at fast food restaurant. So they'll say, what do you have? What do you have? Okay. There's a famous hot dog restaurant in Atlanta. It's called the Varsity. The food there is not very good, but it's very popular. And they sell a lot of hot dogs. Okay. And so you go up to the counter and the person at the counter will go, what do you have? What do you have? What do you have? They want you to go fast. What do you have? What do you have? What do you have? Okay. And at that restaurant in Atlanta, if you want to say, I would like 3 hot dogs with mustard and onions. Oh, and I should say to go. Okay. Meaning I'm going to take it home with me. Okay. So what I would say is I'd say, walk me 3 all the way dogs. Walk me 3 all the way dogs. All the way means it has all the stuff on it. Okay. Walk means it's a to-go order. So this is a way to order really fast. Okay. And then they'll say, here you go, meaning here is your food. So this is a funny thing in English, is that when you order food and they give you the food, they say, here you go. Here you go. And that makes no sense at all. It doesn't, like, here you go doesn't mean literally you are going or anything. It just means here is your food. But what we say is, here you go. But what we say really fast is, here you go. Here you go. Here you go. And if I want to say, what time is it? I might just say, time is it? Time is it? Okay. So this is all a lot of casual English. Hey, what time is it? Or I'd say, time is it? Okay, so here are some things you can look at, some links you can go to see about everyday English. Does anybody have any questions about any of this? Before, we're going to go to another handout, but I'd like to know if you have any questions first. Anybody want to comment? Anybody want to say anything?
Thank you, teacher. The handout is so useful. Can you share the links for us to download these materials for the later?
Yes, I
Thank you
can.
so much.
Yeah, I did. So if you scroll up,
But I can.
I'll do
Yes,
it again. I'll do it
I
again.
can see the links. Yeah. Thank you, teacher.
I'll post it again. Okay.
Cho chọn xong em cuộn lại. Chị chúa khi con. Cho chọn xong em cuộn lại. Chị chúa khi con. Chị chúa. Sao em cuộn lại. Chị chúa. Dạ cố mà chọn xong em cuộn lại. Cắt.
Okay, it's in chat again. You can go get the link in chat. Okay, now I need to excuse me just 1 minute. I need to go look at something. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Okay, everybody, I'm going to share another link now to a new document. Okay, so look in chat and get that document. And let me open it and show you what that looks like. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, here we go. Okay, so go to chat and click on that link and download that link. And I'm going to talk more about casual English. And I'm going to talk about the future tense, going to. When do we say going to, and when do we say gonna? All right, I'm going to have to go kind of quickly here because we have a lot to do before class ends. Okay, we're talking about things to do in the future. Okay, something in the future. So if we're talking about the future, we might say a sentence like, okay, I will get you a cup of strong coffee. All right, so future tense, I will walk, we will walk, they will walk, all of these things. Okay, so when you're talking about future, here are some common mistakes that people make when they're learning English. Don't use to after will, okay? So this is a wrong sentence. Andrea will to study more. You just say Andrea will study. Okay, do not add any endings to verbs after will. Don't say Sean will help Jim. Just say Sean will help. So this is already conjugated. You don't conjugate help. To say to be going to, not will. Okay, so the person A says, I need someone to help me with this homework tomorrow. Can you help me? B says, sorry, but I can't help you. I will visit my aunt. She's in the hospital. No, this point you want to say, I am going to visit my aunt. Okay. This is about a future event that you have already planned. You would say going to. All right. Okay, let's do these together. Use will and rewrite the sentences in the future tense. Okay. So somebody do sentence number 1 for me. I need you to volunteer. So just unmute and use will to put this in the future tense.
Jack, can I do the sentence, the first sentence?
Yes.
I will do my homework tonight.
Thank you. Perfect. Yes, I will do my homework tonight. Excellent. Somebody do number 2. Now it's a question. How do you put this in the future tense using will? I couldn't hear you.
Will you help me? Will you help me with my homework?
Yes. Excellent. Okay, perfect. Will you help me with my homework? Notice that she didn't say helping. She said, will you help? Okay, good. How about she hopes it snows this year? How do you put that into future using will?
She hopes it will snow this year.
Excellent. Okay, yes, she hopes it will snow, not snows, but she hopes it will snow. Good. What about this sentence, number 4?
He will graduate next year.
Perfect. He will graduate next year. Good, good, good. Okay. Exercise B, if there's a problem, fix it. If there's no problem, just say okay. Let's look at number 5. He will travels to Barcelona in January.
You will travel to Barcelona this January, not travels.
Yes, thank you. Perfect. Yes, he will travel, not travels. Okay, he will travel. Okay. They will to play soccer in Qatar.
Yes, but they will play.
I didn't understand. Go ahead, say it again.
They will play soccer in Qatar.
Yes, okay. They will play soccer in Qatar. Okay, and you can also pronounce this Qatar. It depends. Okay, what about, thank you for doing that. What about this one? Do you know if they will fly or go by train? Is there a problem or is it okay? This one is okay.
Do you know if they are going to fly or going by train?
Yeah, but this sentence is okay just like it is. Yeah. You could say, do you know if they are going to? So you're right. That's true. Uh-oh. Oh. My phone is telling me, it's giving me an amber alert. I don't know if you have this in Vietnam, but an amber alert is when a child has been kidnapped. So they're telling me that somebody in a silver Nissan has kidnapped a child. So that's a serious problem in America today. So I'll put it in chat for you just so that you know why. I apologize for that. But if you know, I put it in chat. It's an Amber Alert. It's named after a little girl named Amber who was kidnapped many years ago. So they said, we need to find a way to save the child. So this is an alert that goes out to everybody's telephone, and it says, watch out for this car, okay? All right. Sorry about that. Okay, did everybody get the second handout? Did everybody get it? Okay, now we're going to talk about going to and gonna. All right, so When we say going to for the future, I am going to walk, you are going to walk, blah, blah, blah. Don't forget to use be, okay? Wrong. Laura is going to cook scrambled eggs for breakfast tomorrow. Huh? Oh, I see. Yeah, it's wrong. Don't forget to use is going to, okay? So you have to use a form of the verb to be. And I see in the first one, it just said Laura going to. It should be Laura is going to. Don't forget to use the word to. Our boss is going miss work tomorrow. No, our boss is going to miss work tomorrow. Don't use s, ed, or ing after the verb to. I believe that Olga's going to travels with me. No, I believe that Olga's going to travel with me, okay? So when you're doing going to. Now, going to can mean will. It can mean the future tense. I'm going to brush my teeth now means I will brush my teeth now. She's going to do her homework tonight means she will do her homework tonight. We're not going to have time to do that means we will not have time to do that. Okay? When do you use gonna? Because this is what we say. Okay? When you're learning English at the university, you're going to say going to. But today we're talking about casual English. So in casual English, we use the word gonna to mean going to. All right? Gonna can mean going to, and it could also mean will. So when you're writing English, you're not going to use the word gonna. It's only for spoken English, okay? In speaking, use gonna when a verb follows it, but not when a place follows it. Use gonna to replace will. Okay, so here are some examples. I'm gonna do it means I am going to do it. It means I will do it. I'm gonna do it. Okay, I'm gonna fly to Hong Kong tomorrow, meaning I am going to fly or I will fly. I'm gonna fly. So notice that I'm gonna do it. Gonna is followed by the verb do. I'm gonna fly. Gonna is followed by the verb fly. This test is gonna be hard, okay? Gonna be followed by a verb. This test is going to be difficult. This test will be difficult. Okay, now, if you use going to when you're talking about travel to, this does not mean will. Okay, so examples of going to a place is I am going to the store. That's a place. You can say I'm going to school. I'm going to the botanical garden. I'm going to New York City. There, you can't use gonna. If you're talking about a place, it has to be I am going to, because then it means I am traveling to. So when you want to say travel to a place, you can't use gonna. Okay, let's see if we can do some problems here. Exercise C, if there's a problem, fix it. Write okay if there's no problem. Okay, everybody, turn your cameras on and get ready to talk to me because I want you to answer these questions. All you have to do is just unmute and tell me your answer. Anybody, everybody. Number 1, I'm going to fix dinner. Is there a problem or is it okay? I'm going to fix dinner. Is it a problem or is it okay? I'm using the word gonna, and there's a verb after it. Is there a problem or is it okay? Speak. Talk to me, somebody.
It's okay.
It's okay, thank you. Okay. She's going to the store. Is there a problem or is it okay? Is there a problem or is it okay?
It's okay.
It's okay, thank you. We going to be late. We going to be late.
We are going to be late.
Thank you. We are going to be late. We need the word are. We need the verb to be in there, okay? Are they gonna eating meat? Are they gonna eating meat?
I think it's right.
Everybody agree? Are they gonna eating meat? Let's go back up. Don't forget to use be. So don't forget to use be. Can somebody fix this one?
I think it's wrong. Are they gonna eat meat?
Are
Okay.
they gonna to eat meat? To eating meat?
We have to use the verb to be after gonna. So are they gonna be eating meat? Okay, are they gonna be eating meat? Okay, you need the verb be in there. Okay, what about number 5? Thank you, thank you. Is the chef gonna cook dinner? Somebody help us.
Is the chef gonna cook dinner?
Thank you. Yeah, no S. Is the chef gonna cook dinner? No S. Good. Maria gonna be sorry she didn't learn English.
I think Maria is gonna be sorry. She didn't learn English.
Excellent. Good job. Okay, Maria is gonna be sorry she didn't learn English. Thank you. Excellent. Are you going to class tomorrow? Are you going to class tomorrow?
It's okay.
Yes, thank you. It's okay. Excellent. Are you going to eat that?
Are you going to eat that?
Yes. Are you going to eat that? Excellent, excellent. Okay, great. All right, now we have just a few minutes left. Any questions about this? So you can use gonna if a verb follows it, but not if a place follows it. Any questions about that? All right, I want to go to another hand. Oh, can I repeat sentence number 6, please? Let me see. See, I can't see chat while I'm sharing with you. Somebody asked me to repeat sentence 6. Okay, let me see. So it's best if you unmute and talk because I can't see chat while I'm sharing. Sentence number 6, it should be Maria is gonna be sorry she didn't learn English. She is gonna be sorry. Okay. All right, so it's best to unmute and talk. Better to do that than to put it in chat. Okay, now I've got to share another document with you, so give me just a minute. Let me see, I gotta go. Okay, everybody, look in chat, please. Excuse me. Please look in chat and get the link and download that document. Go to chat and click on the link and download the document. And let me open the document and show it to you. Does everybody know what I mean by modal verbs? You know about modal verbs, don't you? I only have 9 minutes to do this whole handout, so I'm just going to go really fast, and then you can have the handout to look at later. But I'm talking about modal auxiliary for modals: can, should, may, and must. Okay, so I'm talking about how to use these 4 modal verbs. This is not all of the modal verbs, but I want to talk about these 4. So can, the way to use the long version of that is to be able to, or to have the ability. Okay, you can park here means you are able to park here. The negative is you can't park here. Okay, you could say I'm not able to park here, or I don't have the ability to park here. Okay, should. Another way to say should is to be supposed to. And this might get a little confusing, but this, in English, we have more than one way of saying things, which makes it a little confusing. But should, you could say you shouldn't park here. Or you can say you're not supposed to park here. 2 different ways to say the same thing. May means to be permitted to or allowed to. You may park here, or you can say you're not allowed to park here. Are you permitted to park here? Another form of may is might. I might park here. I don't know. Yes or no, maybe. Okay, did everybody get the handout? Did everybody get the handout? Okay. Must means you are required to, you're obliged to, or to have to. You can also say have got to. That's colloquial English. Okay, you can say you must park here, or you must not run a red light. Here's an example of required. He is required to park here. Here's an example of obliged. She is obliged to park here. All of these mean must. We have to park here. He has to park here. Do we have to park here? Okay. To say got to is colloquial English. I've got to wake up by 7 a.m., meaning I must. Okay, so let's talk about colloquial ways or casual ways in English. Some substitutes, okay? The word cool. The adjective is cool. In colloquial English, use the adjective cool in a loose way to imply permission or socially acceptable behavior. Is it cool to park here, man? Yeah, it's cool. Is your mom cool with your new tattoo? No, man, she freaked. I want to turn the heat up, man. You cool with that? Sorry, meaning it's all right. Okay. You cool with that? Yeah, it's all right. Okay. Thanks for your help. Here's $10. We cool? Yeah, bro, we cool, man. Okay. Meaning, are we even? Is everything all right? Is everything okay? We cool? Yeah, bro, we cool. This is an example of zero copular. It means that the verb to be is not used, okay? Zero copular means the verb to be is normally used, but it is not used here. So instead of saying we are cool, man, we don't use the verb to be. This is in casual English, okay? So this is a very cool linguistic description of casual English. Okay, so instead of saying, are we cool? The person just says, we cool? And instead of saying we are cool, he just goes, yeah, we cool. Okay, that's called zero copular, meaning you're not using the verb to be, okay? A copular is a linking verb, like to be. Okay, let's talk about this word, down. Ooh, we're running out of time. Let's go get some grub. You down? Yeah, man, I'm down with that. It means, yeah, okay. I'm okay with that. We should start our own soccer team. Man, I'm down. Count me in. I'm there, meaning this person agrees. I'm down, meaning I agree. Okay. I'm down for some pho. Yo, let's do it. Chicken or beef? Okay, so this is a way to say, I would like to go get some pho. I'm down for some pho. Okay, and you could say, yeah, I'm down. All right, we've only got 2 minutes in class. All right, this, I might have to let you just read these on your own because we don't have a lot of time. Let me just do some examples. Is it all right to park here? A, I'm going to go home now. Are you all right with that? No, it's not all right. We're not finished yet. Come on, help me with this now. And the person B says, all right. I don't want to, but I will. Okay, so that's a way of saying, you know, okay, I don't want to, but I will. All right. Okay, go away now. And B says, all right already. All right already. Okay, meaning that person is reluctant. I did it. I graduated. And B says, all right. Okay, that's a thumbs up. That means good, good, good. Congratulations, you did it all right. Okay, now we're talking we're talking about okay. I think that's the last one. Yeah, that's the last one. Is it okay to park here? Yes, okay. Okay, I finished my homework. Can I have dinner now? Okay. That means yes. You did what? I quit school and I quit my job. And A is kind of speechless and says, okay. I'm speechless. Okay. This is when somebody has said something that really surprises you and your eyes go wide and you go, okay. Meaning, you know, that's whack. That's crazy. All right. You can also use this as a noun. He gave the project his okay. All right. So those are ways to use some modal verbs in a casual way. Any questions? Any questions? Does anybody have any questions? Okay, you should have 3 documents from class today. Anybody have any questions? Any comments? Does anybody want to say anything? Do you have any questions, comments? Okay. All right. Well, everybody, it's time for class to end. So remember all the ways to say goodbye. See ya. Later, man. I got a jet. I got a motor. Time to motor. Okay. Thank you, everyone. It's been my honor and my pleasure to work with you. Thank you very much. I'll see you later. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye, teacher.
Thank you for turning on your cameras.
Massive thank you.
Thank you for speaking. Thanks, everybody. Time to boogie. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye, teacher.
Goodbye. Have a nice night.
Nice man, and thank you.
Thank you. My pleasure. Okay, no problem. All right, goodbye, everybody. See you later. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, wrong one.